Happy Alternative Thanksgiving! Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I help busy women get organised, get motivated and get grateful. Now, being Irish, I don't actually celebrate Thanksgiving, but last year I started Alternative Thanksgiving, where I listed some simple things in life that I am thankful for. These go beyond the standard friends and family stuff and get into the sometimes strange, often silly things to show gratitude for. So for the second year running, here is my list, and I encourage you to share one of your things in the comments. Number 1 is Google. I do not know how I lived without it. I do not know how I coped in a pre-Google world. I don't know how I got anywhere. I don't know how I found any information. I don't know how I made a decision on what I was going to buy. I don't know how I won arguments. It's a mystery. Number 2 is invisible braces. When I was younger, my front tooth stuck out quite a bit, and honestly, it never really bothered me. I even declined braces as a teenager because, truthfully, I just didn't care all that much. But, and here is a story that I don't tell too often, after I met Sam and I knew that we were serious, I decided to get braces because I didn't want to have crooked teeth in my wedding photos. Sad but true. So I got the invisible style, which were great. I could pop them out at mealtime, so there were no restrictions on the types of food I could eat. I didn't have to bother with wax or any of that. And looking back now, I am so glad I did it. Like I said, the crooked teeth never really bothered me, but now that I am making videos for a living and putting my face out there a lot more, and honestly opening myself up to a lot more criticism, I am happy that I have straight teeth. Next up, Botox and a nose job. Number 3 is sandwiches. I am a terrible cook and I do not enjoy it at all, and too often I turn to frozen meals. But sandwiches make me feel like I am actually getting some decent food into me, some decent nutrients, while also filling me up and taking minimal effort. Sandwiches, I salute you. Number 4 is books. Glorious books. If you call me a nerd, I won't take that as an insult. I would happily spend hours every day reading. I love learning, I love being entertained, I love discovering mysterious and magical new worlds. I love being sucked into a really great story. I love being stumped by a good psychological thriller. I love being inspired by new ideas. And because I'm a member of a library, I have access to tens of thousands of free books. Hundreds of thousands probably. My days will never be dull. I am currently reading these 2 books, and if you want to keep track of what I am reading at any given time, then I will pop a link to my Goodreads account in the description box below. Feel free to follow me. Number 5 is Bic. I have tried many pens. Many pens, and I always come back to my trusty black Bic. They're cheap and they last forever. They are like the cockroaches of the stationery world, but less creepy. I have often thought that it would be amazing to receive a lifetime supply from a Bic, but it would be like 5 pens. And as it turns out, after I wrote this list, I had to look back at last year's video and I included Bic pens in that list too, so that's how much I love them. Number 6 is people who call you back. It never ceases to amaze me that people who run businesses refuse to call you back. I don't know how many people I have called for quotations or with a question, and they always say they will get back to me, but they never do. Same with emails. So the odd unicorn that does get back to me is pretty much guaranteed my business, because they are clearly much more organized than the competition. Maybe this is just an Irish thing, and my husband seems to think so. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what country you are from and if this is an issue for you. Number 7 is To-Do. This is the planning app that I use, and I would be lost without it. Most of you will know that I am pretty obsessed with planners and notebooks and productivity, and I searched for the perfect system for a long time. I tried lots of different things, both physical and digital, before finally finding To Do. And it was like the heavens opened up and a choir of angels sang just for me. It is still not perfect. I have sent some things to their suggestion box, also known as their email address, but I have been a believer for several years. I will occasionally check out an app or a planner that somebody else is raving about, but ultimately I always stick with To Do. They have got their claws into me good and proper. 8 is hot water. I hate being cold, and cold showers, I don't know how anyone does it to themselves. I really don't. The work of the devil. I know they are supposed to be so good for you, and actually a few years ago I did try to have cold showers for a while just to see, but I realized that I actually like myself. I don't know how anyone intentionally puts themselves through that. Like people who run marathons. Do you not like having toenails? Every time I hop into a hot shower, I say a silent hallelujah. Number 9 is balloons. What's not to love? Number 10, camera doorbells. We just got one and it is magic. I am the kind of person who does not answer the door. If I am not expecting you, then I probably don't want to talk to you. But you know, sometimes I foolishly decide to answer it anyway. I don't think I have ever not regretted doing that. But now, when the doorbell rings, I can check on my phone to see who's there. There is a live feed at all times, so I can even just look out at the street if I want to. It also auto-records for a minute when it senses movement so that all callers are captured on camera. And I can even talk to people through the app. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that next Halloween. Frighten the bejesus out of some trick-or-treaters. Isn't technology grand? What would be on your list? Drop it in the comments and then take a trip down memory lane with me where I will be watching last year's video. So many things to be thankful for. Until next time, happy regular and alternative Thanksgiving. Garhav Mila Mahagwev. August Vicky Slán!